Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your technical critic, and I just finished watching a movie that I guarantee you no one has seen. Not Jeremy Johns, not Tom Ernst, not the cinema snob, not even Obscura Lupa. It's called The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. It came out last week, and nobody saw it because it was not advertised. It was only released on VOD and on a few cinema screens here, there, and everywhere. No one saw it, which means it is an instant classic. And I'm telling you, 10 out of 12, it is awesome. This is a remake of the 1977 film, The 92 Minutes of Mr. Bomb, an Israeli film, as a matter of fact. So, instantly, I have to deduct a couple of points because it means I've now got to go and watch another film in order to critique it against the other one. But, on its own, this film is truly wonderful. It's full of humor, both subtle and outrageously over the top. But at the same time, it mixes it very well with the dramatic and poignancy of the story to keep you engaged and just make you want to know what happens next. This is one of those stories that makes you want to know what happens next. The whole time I was watching it, although at a few points you do feel like, well, that's a little bit awkward there, or that's a little bit awkward there. The way the dialogue was structured, it felt like it was something more akin to a play, or maybe a novelization, because I said, well, you know what, that would work very well in a play, or I could see that in a book. If this was a book, I would devour it, and I could just see the images popping out here, there, and everywhere. But it it does certain things that you can only do in a movie, and it utilizes the medium very, very well to tell the story in the best way possible. And this movie, they picked all the right actors for it. You've got Robin Williams as the patient who's been diagnosed to die in 90 minutes. You've got Mila Kunis as the doctor, and Robin Williams just shows you his range, both as a comedic actor and as a dramatic actor. His entire range is present, and he kills it. He embodies this role of the angriest man in Brooklyn. Mila Kunis, she feels kind of like a cardboard cutout in the beginning, but as you travel with her character, you do begin to sympathize with her, and then she finally comes out and goes, it's like, yeah, there's the Mila Kunis we know. There's the Mila Kunis we love. And she just fully commits to the character. And I think it's some of the dialogue that makes her feel a little bit wooden at some points. I don't think it's her. I think it's how the dialogue is structured. It's kind of like it was in a novelization, but this is not a book. I've searched. I can't find it as a book. I can't find it as a play. I wish it was a book because I'd love to sit and read it. If you could get me a copy of the screenplay, I'd be more than happy. But yeah, I can't recommend this movie enough. You've got to watch it. You've got to watch it. The story is extremely dramatic and sad and poignant, but they know how to place the subtlety of the humor. There are some parts that I chuckled at that I don't think a lot of people would chuckle at, but if you do like subtle humor and you can pick out the subtleties of the performance as well, you will chuckle quite a bit at just the situation and some of the things that are said, and they sprinkle that nicely throughout the entire film to break up some of the tension that happens and to keep it from getting too angry and too over the top. So it balances the balance and the mixture of drama and comedy is very, very well done. And also, there are cameos all over the place. You've got Louis C.K. as one of the doctors. You've got James Earl Jones as a man who stutters. You've got just cameos all over the place from all kinds of actors from all walks of life. Peter Dinklage is in this, and he is wonderful as the brother. You can really tell that since Game of Thrones, he has come into his own as an actor, that he's essentially saying, look, I'm not just a short guy. I can play anybody. I can literally play anybody. And he's so good at what he does. So that's my technical critique. Go watch this movie. I'm telling you, you have to watch this movie. You will. It's called The Angriest Man. The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Go on Netflix. See if you could find it. If it's in a theater near you, go pay your cash. Watch it. You will love this movie. I cannot recommend it enough. I will see you in the next review.